What? It's just tomato sauce. So, last week I saw The Raid 2, the sequel to the 2011 movie The Raid. The movie that supposedly ripped off Dredd. Oh, the misinformation. First, let me give you a quick opinion on what I thought of the first movie. I thought it was just kind of a decent action flick. It had its moments for sure, but I'm actually kind of surprised that people call it a masterpiece. I thought the story flipped itself on and off like a light switch, and the action got a little dull in the second half. It was good, just not great. So, what do I think of the second one? It is absolutely awesome! In fact, it's so distant from the first one that it doesn't even feel like a sequel. It feels like a completely different film. Okay, first off, there's actually an emphasis on story, and better yet, it's a great story. The main character from the first movie has to go undercover and infiltrate a mob. When he gets into the mob, he meets all of these horrible but surprisingly believable people. Two of which are a mob boss and his son. The mob boss is a hardened and wise veteran. And the son is this incredibly bad-tempered but also very human character. Like, the movie actually makes you understand where he's coming from. There are even these assassins that, while they don't get much dialogue, still leave an impact. They actually feel kind of like video game characters with their unique choice of weapons. Yet despite the story, it never distracts from the action. The action scenes in this are a brilliant mixture of choreography and ultra-violence. And I'm not kidding on the ultra-violence either. These are the most brutal, bloodiest, most violent action scenes I've ever seen in a martial arts movie. It's even more impressive that this movie is 2.5 hours long, and yet I never wanted it to end. The action always found ways of keeping itself fresh and exciting. That's an accomplishment. I guess the only problem I can think of is the villains get more development than the main hero. Not that the hero is bad, he's actually quite good. They do enough with this character to establish that he does have a presence. It's just that it feels more like the movie is about the villains than the hero. But if that's the only little nitpick I can think of, then I have nothing to complain about. I walked into this movie with no expectations at all, and what I got was a masterpiece. I can't believe I'm saying that. The Raid 2 is a masterpiece. If you're an action enthusiast and you have a good amount of time on your hands, definitely see this one. For those of you who can't stand the sight of blood, be warned, extremely violent.